guys, it's Jamy, and today I'm going to talk about how to take care of your hair when it's damaged. So I'm just going to get right into it. So when we talk about damaged hair, when do you know your hair is damaged? So the way how you can tell your hair is really damaged is if you feel the ends of your hair. So if you feel the ends of your hair and it feels very dry and you see some split ends. When you see the split ends, or when you see or feel like little fairy knots, it's like when one strand has like a little tiny knot, when your hair feels really dry and brittle. So many people think, you know, no, it's not damaged, I just gotta go put oil in and put a treatment in and that's it, I'm good to go. It really doesn't work like that, you know, because yeah, I have split ends and everything, put castor oil on it and that's it, I'm good to call it a day. At the end of the day, it's still damage, you know, you can't really reverse the damage. So you need to just sadly do one thing, which brings me to my first point is, number one, you have to cut your hair. A lot of people don't like the fact that they have to cut their hair when it's damaged or when they have split ends because they're losing their length. In my personal opinion, I know it really sucks to like cut your hair, you know, you have to go deal with short hair now, I understand it, but at the end of the day, your hair is going to be growing and it is going to be more healthier. So what I recommend is just cut your hair. At the end of the day, no matter how much you're trying to grow your hair out, no matter how much you're trying to take care of the ends, you can't really reverse that damage. That's your only option is to do that. So just cut your hair, go to a professional. If you don't know how to cut your hair, do not do it yourself, because I have done it so many times where I have to cut my hair and it would mess up. Tell them to cut the dead ends and you're good to go. But if you still want to hang on to like the little bits of inches, just tell them to trim off a good amount. So that's number one, you just need to cut your hair. Number two is you need to take care of your ends. When it comes to your ends, you just need to take care. Let's say when you get out the shower, hair comb it or just comb it with your fingers, or you use a wide tooth comb. And the reason why I say use a wide tooth comb or a denim brush is because it's really good for your hair. Number three is don't use heating tools. So I know a lot of us like to go straighten our hair, you know, curl it, you know, look really good for the parties, everything. We all like to do that. But that is going to mess up with your ends in the long run. It is going to cause split ends, it is going to cause damage, and it is going to dry it out more quicker. So just try to lay off of the heating tools, but if you know you can't, just get a spray, just get a heat protecting spray and use it on your ends if you really need to straighten your hair. But in my opinion, I don't recommend you doing it. You're kind of defeating the purpose of that and it's kind of counterproductive. Okay, I think we're on number 4. So the next tip is know what ingredients go inside your hair, or know what ingredients are in your hair care products. So what I mean is, you know, you can't use sulfates. So you're like, okay, what are sulfates? Sulfates are, they're a stripping ingredient, or they're a stripping agent, and it kind of removes all the oils from your hair and all the natural oils too. And it's not really good for your scalp too. So it's always you're always going to find it in shampoos. So whenever you're going to Target or wherever store you're going to, always get a shampoo bottle, turn around and look, see, does it have sulfates? Because sulfates are really not good for your hair. They do strip a lot of natural oils from your hair. And then the next ingredient is silicone. So you're mainly going to find silicone in conditioners. So right now you're like, okay, what are silicones? Silicone is mainly like a sealant, okay? It's kind of like a cover for your hair. Yeah, your hair may feel really good and everything. It might feel really shiny. But the thing is, there's going to be no moisture going inside your hair at all. It's meant to shield your hair from absolutely everything, even water, all these type of things. Silicone is like a plastic. Silicone is going to build up in your hair and it is going to affect your hair growth. So again, when you go to the store, look for conditioners, deep conditioners, leave-in conditioners, any type of creams, and turn it around. Just turn it around. It's 2 seconds. Just turn it around, and if it says silicone, dimethicone, or anything, I use. Like what I do when I go to the store and then try to see what ingredients they have, I try to look for silicone, I try to look for the word cone. I know, groundbreaking, but look for that. Number 5, I think we're at number 5. Do not play with your hair when it's dry. Don't run. I am guilty when it comes to this. Don't run your fingers through your hair when it's dry, because it is going to cause breakage. Not immediately, but it is going to cause breakage later in the future. And it is just going to make your hair really frizzy and really dry. So that's the one thing you shouldn't do, is play with your hair while it's dry. It's gonna really mess it up. Number 6 is to deep condition once a week. What I mean by deep condition is, you know, you take a shower, you know, you put shampoo on, but then instead of you putting conditioner on, you put a deep conditioner on. It's like a conditioner, but you just put it in for a very long time. When I say very long time, because the thing is, I know, I was one of those people too. I would put a deep conditioner on and I would leave it all day. And you don't do that. You just leave it on for like an hour, maybe the most 2 hours, depending on your hair. So let's say you go, you take a shower, you put your shampoo on, do everything. You could either do it in the shower. I don't know how long you're gonna stay in the shower for, but you go with the deep conditioner on, brush your hair with a brush, okay? With a wide tooth comb, your fingers, or a Denman brush. Use those type of combs, and you just start brushing. You start combing your hair while it's wet, and after that, I personally put it into sections. I take one piece, I put the deep conditioner on, I put it over here, I put it everywhere, and then I put what I do, because I'm not gonna waste a lot of money on getting a hair cap. So I just go get a plastic bag, put it on, tie it, and then just go on with my day. Just keep it there for an hour, maybe the most 2 hours, and then after that, go wash it off, and then that's you can start styling your hair. You do everything like that, and it's really good for your hair. You don't do it every single day. Don't do it 3 times a week, because that's just a little bit excessive. It's just meant to do it once a week. And also, what I do before I deep condition is I put like an oil treatment on. I go and I put coconut, because I put like a mixture of like coconut oil, castor oil, and a little bit of argan oil, which is really good for your hair. I just go put it on, I leave it there for at least an hour, and I'm good to go. I go let it soak in, then I go into the shower and I do what I gotta do. Okay, number 7. When it comes to, let's say you're styling your hair, you're like, okay, use whatever type of hair tie, I'm good, call it a day. Not exactly. So when you are in the process of getting your healthy hair back, you need to use hair ties that are good for your hair, that are not going to mess up your hair or mess up, your ends and all. So the products I recommend, or the hair ties that I recommend, would be, oh my god, my cat was all over this, is like just a scrunchie, from those 80s scrunchies, 90s scrunchies. I'm talking like I'm from there. But like these type of scrunchies are actually really good. You put it on, you could tie it, and it does not really mess up with your hair. It does not mess up with your hair at all, actually. And let's say you're like, okay, I really don't like those big scrunchies. You could always go get these. It's like these type of hair ties that are seamless. You get the seamless hair ties. You get it from Amazon. I got it for like what? I got like 50 of these. Or no, I'm lying to you. I got 100 of these for literally $5. They're the small ones, but I know you can find the bigger ones on Amazon or AliExpress. I know you can find a lot of them there, and it's really good because the thing is, when you tie your hair, like when you tie your hair, let's like in a high ponytail or just anywhere, and then you're like, okay, I don't get one more tie in it, and then it snaps, and you're like, okay. So this is actually really good, okay, because you can stretch it for a long time. It's not going to break. So those are the things I do recommend when it comes to styling your hair, tying up your hair, is use either a scrunchie or use these seamless hair ties. They're really good for your hair too. And I recommend the satin, any type of scrunchie, honestly, because people are like, oh, I only get the satin. Satin is good too, but just get any type of scrunchie that's like this. That's kind of seamless. Because this is pretty seamless and this is seamless. So just get that because it's good for your hair. Because when you use the traditional hair ties, they are good. But what happens is it's almost like, how do I say it? It's almost like a little bit of a rope, It kind of like pulls on your hair like really tight. It just does a lot of damage to my hair. Like when I wear it would do a lot of damage to my hair. But then when I would take it off, it would leave like a little crinkle, you know what I mean? Like a little crinkle or just like a mark. And I just never liked it. And plus it would always break. And let's say when I put my hair in a bun, I don't know, it just felt really weird where like it would start messing up with my ends. So just get a scrunchie or these seamless hair ties and you're good to go. Number 8, I think we're at number 8. So when you go to sleep, you're like, okay, I'm ready to go to bed, I'm good, we're going to bed. But before you go to bed, you still need to protect your hair. So you're like, oh my god, like, what am I supposed to use? Like, what do I gotta use now? Like, what's the product I gotta use? And I'm like, okay, calm your attitude. But before you go to bed, or when you're about to go to bed, it's always good to protect your hair. And the reason why I say that is because when you're sleeping, your hair is, like everywhere and it's crazy. But when you use the traditional pillowcases and all that, they kind of break your hair, kind of like because the thing is, it kind of like rubs around your ends and everything and starts breakage. So what you should get, in my personal opinion, is get either a satin or a silk pillowcase, or you get this silk or satin or whatever. You know the material I'm talking about. Bonnet, you know, hair cap, anything. So let's say you don't want to waste money on a pillowcase because, girl, cheap. You can get it from Amazon for like what, $10-15, but it's like $10-15 to me is a lot. So I prefer to go with this. But you can get this anywhere from the dollar store. You actually got this from the dollar store, I think, and it's really good. So you just go, you buy it, put it on your head, and you're just like, you're ready to go. You're ready to go to sleep, you're good to go. And don't care about who is going to look at it, who is going to look at you when you're sleeping. Maybe a murderer, but you know, we never know. But yeah, it's always good to protect your hair too when you're sleeping, because at the end of the day, you know, you don't want to go to sleep knowing that your ends are kind of, you know, like rubbing around and they are potentially getting damaged and getting dry. Okay, so that actually was all. Well, those were actually a couple of my tips on what you should do when your hair is damaged and what to do after you just cut your hair or you done anything or whatever with your hair. So, yeah, one more thing. Be patient. Patience is key. Don't think you're gonna get it. You don't think you're gonna get perfect hair in 2 days. No, be consistent and then you'll be good to go. Okay, but than that, we're good. And those are the tips that I recommend, and you'll see a good change in your hair. You'll see a good difference in your hair and in how your hair is going to be later in the future. So other than that, that's actually it. You can like this video, subscribe, comment, do whatever you like. It doesn't really matter.